Welcome, class. I thank you for coming. I have a guest speaker named Miss Laura Key. Miss Laura Key, please introduce yourself and take it away. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. I am so happy to be here. Thank you, Professor Kim. I absolutely love being able to connect with people, tell them what's going on in the world with the world of real estate and how I got started and how you can be successful too. I have been in the real estate game since 2006. I started my career in Denver, Colorado. I was a secretary from the age of 19 on up. I lost my last job. I never got fired from a job. I want you guys to know that. I've never gotten fired for a job. I've actually lost jobs because most of the jobs that I had in administrative assistant positions either got downsized or swallowed up by other companies. And I had that happen to me about 4 or 5 times. And the last time I was just so frustrated, and my father-in-law, who was in real estate and now is retired, said, "Okay, are you tired now? You ready to come to real estate?" And I looked at him like, "You're not talking to me. I've never sold anything. I don't know if I can do this." And he was like, "You have the personality to do so. So why don't you give it a try?" And that is how I ended up in real estate, and I fell in love with it, and I love what I do. So I am a mom of one. He is 35 years old, so he's not a baby anymore. I'm an early empty nester. I've been married to my husband for a very long time. We're hitting almost 30 years. But we actually went to school together when we were 14 years old, and we both are also performers. So maybe that's why I don't have a problem presenting or being on stage or sharing anything, because I love to sing, and he's a musician. And this is how I incorporate a little bit of that show businessmanship in real estate, because you really have to be seen. You have to be seen. So when I started my career, it was a down market. Unlike today, today is an up market for sellers. But at that time, there were many, many, many foreclosures, and it was the crash. So when I got into real estate, most agents who I met at the time in my office was telling me, "Don't worry about learning the short sales. Don't worry about learning the foreclosures. Don't worry about this. You'll be just fine." Well, those who didn't advise me well didn't do well in the real estate business during that time. They were so used to the market being hot that they didn't expand, they didn't learn, they didn't grow, they didn't take the time to build their businesses, and a lot of them failed. Whereas I embraced the market. I made sure that I learned what was going on in the market, because I was a new agent and I needed to find my own business. When you're in real estate, nobody's handing you leads. Nobody. They may promise you that, but you are building your own business, which brings us to this class. And this is what I love to share with you. How are you going to get business? Because I'm going to be very, very honest with you. You think your family and your friends are going to be your first clients. Majority of the time, that is the last people who will encourage you and trust you with their business, because a lot of the times they think, "I don't want her knowing my business. She don't need to see my credit report. She don't need to know how much I make." And so that's the last people who will usually trust you with their business. And I've actually had some people tell me that their parents wouldn't even let them sell their house because they felt like they were so new in the business that they were like, "I don't know about that." So today, we're actually going to talk about what we can do to start your business off right, to get your name out there, to get you seen, to think outside the box. I am extremely proud to say I'm not kidding. I was one of the very first people, and especially in my office, who incorporated video and social media into my business long before it was cool and long before people were telling you to pay to do this and get followers. I was doing this beforehand. So the way that we're going to do this tonight, Professor Kim has already told you, I'll give you my presentation and you can hold all of your questions to the end, and I'll be happy to answer any of those. I also want you to know up front that I'm very easy to approach. If there is something that you think about after the fact and you're like, I should have asked her, don't worry, you're going to get my contact information. And if you want to reach out to me later, you can. I always have time for people. Just know that if I don't answer the phone, I may be with a client, but I will get back with you. So let's start digging in. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And I'm going to set this up where it is a presentation. Where did it go? Well, okay. I want that. We're just going to go from here because I'm just not going to try to find that right now. Okay, guys, we're going to start with who I am and what we're talking about today. The topic for tonight is technology and how you can use technology to build your business, to build your brand. A lot of agents make the mistake of thinking that when they get their license, they're going to be this $1 million agent, just like you see on TV. And that's not the case. This is a lot of hard work. Unless you're born into a family of realtors, not realtors, realtors. And that is how you start off in your world. If you're coming from a cold background, you have to be known, seen, and trusted by the public. And that's not so easy in today's world when everybody is vying for your attention on social media. You have to kind of stand out. You are not going to be for everybody, and everybody is not going to be for you. If you build your brand, the people who belong to you as clients will come to you very easily. They'll be drawn to you. It's like the law of attraction. If you put something out there and you focus on it and you put all of your positive energy into it and show your true self, keywords, show your true self, then the business will come to you. So today we're going to talk about some apps, some programs, and some ideas that can get you started so that you can build your business. So who am I? Well, I'm Laura Key, and I am also known as, and I've put it in my little title up there, Realty Goddess. I am known as the Realty Goddess. I had to stand out from the crowd. And I didn't want to just tell people that I am a realtor. People don't care. If they hear that, they're kind of fine with it. But if you make yourself really, truly stand out, you need to brand yourself, not your business, not Keller Williams, not Coldwell Banker, not any of the ones that's out there. That's where you hang your hat. That's just where you hang your hat. When you get your license, you have to hang your hat for 2 years under a company so that you have the right guidance and leadership so that you can get your feet wet in this business. We are not lawyers, but we are very unique because we do practice law in a certain way. Even though we are giving the forms, we still are kind of advising people on something very big. So you have to think about how you're helping people build their wealth, and the people must trust you. And this is where you can start. is your social media. You can teach people, you can guide people, you can show them the ins and outs where you're the person who they trust. So I love to educate, and that's why I actually have educator on here, because from the very beginning, after my 2 years and after getting my feet wet, I started teaching real estate classes and teaching home buyer classes so that people can actually understand what they're signing on the papers, what comes next, and what is going on in the real estate world on everything that they're signing. Let's face it, when they're buying a house, and especially in California, it's not even like you're buying a car. This is one of the biggest investments you'll ever make in your life. So how on earth did I get started? Well, I told you I wasn't even really thinking about real estate. But it was my father-in-law who got me in. And my father-in-law was very well known in New York City. He was a big property manager there, and he ran a lot of the state apartment houses. And that's how he started his career. Later on, he became a consultant when he retired and moved to Florida and consulted companies about building their real estate portfolio. So notice I said there were 2 or 3 different things in what I just said. Real estate can take you in so many directions. You do not have to just buy or sell. You can do commercial real estate. You can do residential real estate. You can do property management. You can even work for the government. Uncle Sam is looking for realtors all the time to help their soldiers and to help their employees buy homes. So if you still like the 9 to 5 and you may be interested in a government job, you still can use your realtor license to go in the direction that you want. You have many different paths that you can do. Well, I chose in the beginning to do residential real estate. So how did I get started? Well, at the time, it was 2006. We didn't have all these fancy dancy things called iPhones. We didn't have everything at one fingertip. We had to use several different things. So I had a little camera that had a video feature on it. And because there were so many foreclosures in the market, I mean, every other house, I'm not exaggerating, every other house in brand new neighborhoods that were being built were for sale. And all of the ones that were out there had big old signs that said foreclosures. And the listing agents, the ones who represent the house that was for the government, also known as HUD, Housing Urban Development, they were only required to put one photo up to advertise that house. Well, I immediately saw that there was a need for that. So I took my camera because I have the superpowers. I am a realtor. I'm allowed to go into any home. Okay, I got superpowers that the regular public does not have. So what I would do, I would take a full day. I would go out and look at about 10 to 12 houses. I would take pictures of them. I would record them. I would learn everything about that neighborhood. I would drive to the local grocery store that was close, the laundromat, the pet store, everything. And I would get home and create these videos at the time, and it was nowhere near what it looks like now. I would take these little videos and create the pictures and turn them into a video. Then at the time, Craigslist was hot. So what I would do was take those videos, take the information about the house, put it on Craigslist, and tell people to give me a call. Now, I want you to understand this because I don't want you to get this idea that it's okay to do that with every single house on the market, because you can't. You have to get permission to use other people's listings, okay? But with the HUD homes, like I just said, the housing urban development homes, anybody are allowed to to market this house. That's the way that it's set up. The government allows any realtor to advertise and market these homes. It doesn't matter if you're the listing agent or not, they want these homes sold. So that was my advantage, was to go to these HUD homes that people wanted to see and put these videos together and put them out there on the internet, at the time, Craigslist, and get my first clients. And that is how I got started. And I even doubled down on it, guys. I doubled down on it because whenever you do HUD homes, you had to do them a certain way. And you actually had to go, because you didn't do it online, you actually would have to print out the papers, have the people sign it, take it to the HUD office. Well, I found out that HUD offered free training for agents so that they would understand how to fill out their forms. I went to every class that they offered. And believe it or not, it was always just maybe 1 or 2 people, me and somebody else. I would take them donuts. I would take them coffee. And after a while, they knew who I was. Hi, Laura, so good to see you. Are you here for class? You don't really need this one. Oh, I just missed you. I wanted to come by. And whenever they saw my offers come through, they knew that I had taken the training. They knew that I had understood what they wanted. And that's how I became an expert in a niche. I found a niche, which is HUD homes. That is how I got started. I got started with HUD homes, a camera, Craigslist, and ambition, because I knew I wanted to be successful in this business. So when you're getting into real estate right now, don't wait till later. You know, you're taking your classes now, but start thinking about how you can think outside the box and be different than other agents. Because I took a leap of faith and showed that I was different, I earned their trust and their business. Like I said, you have all the power in your hands right now. 9 times out of 10, how much I want to bet many of you are holding your phone right now. Even though you are looking at this presentation, you probably have your phone in your hand right now. And that is your superpower as well as your license. Your phone can do so many things. As you recall, I told you that I'm a singer. My husband is also a professional musician. We have done professional music. We have done a lot of our professional videos with our iPhone. This iPhone is powerful. Same thing with any Google products. You can do almost anything that you want. But now, guys, you even have more. You have more than what I did when I first started out. You have this thing called live streaming. When that first came out, I jumped on it immediately. I would take my phone. I no longer took the pictures of the house. I literally would take my phone, put it on a tripod, walk through the house and hit the live button so that people could see the home right like they were walking beside me. You have all the power when it comes to marketing and showing people what is out here and how they can trust you. People now have YouTube channels. People now do their Facebook lives. You can do Instagram live. You have Twitch. You have Twitter. You have so many things that you can focus on and repurpose what you have to get more attention. So here I started with the phone, my computer, and a camera. And that's all you need. And I can guarantee you, you all have that right now in your hands. So don't think that you're at a disadvantage. Think outside the box. Now, once you get your license, you are on cloud 9. You have worked your butt off. You have studied hard. You have earned that license. But as I said, you can't just go out in these streets after getting your license and be on your own. You need to hang your hat with a company. Now, when I first started, I started with Keller Williams, and I stayed with them for about 6 months to a year. But I want to give you some really important information about how you interview companies. Now, wait a minute, Laura, what do you mean? I'm interviewing somebody. Aren't they interviewing me? Well, in a way, they are interviewing you. But guess what? You are your own brand. You are your own business. You just hang your hat at a company. So don't just join the first real estate company that you run into or try to woo you. You want to make sure that this company is backing you to help you be successful. Now, what do I mean by that? Do they offer you additional education? Do you have a mentor? Do you have office meetings where you can mingle and network? Do you have someone to help guide you every day on something that you're doing? Because when you first get started, you really don't know as much as you think you do. You took the classes. Oh boy, did you take those classes. But your real education starts when you get your feet in these trenches out here on these roads. So when you are interviewing a company, don't join just because you think that's the best one. Go talk to about 4 or 5 of them. Ask them, what are you going to provide for me to help me be successful? That can be, can you give me a home searching site so I don't have to go out and pay thousands of dollars on that? Do you brand it toward me? Do you give me a CRM database, a customer relations database, management database, so that you can put all of your clients, your family and friends in there so that you can start marketing to them directly, and you're not just willy-nilly and throwing them on a piece of paper and then hoping that you'll remember to call them tomorrow? Do they offer that to you? Do they offer you free graphics, flyers, postcards, education on creating these things? Do they offer you the home searching apps? I'm gonna say that again. Do they offer you the home searching apps and your own website? Because you are branding you. My company does offer that. So if someone goes to my company website with my name, they'll get my website. I will get the lead, and so I can point people there. But the general public doesn't quite understand that places like Zillow or Trulia are not the best places to search. Those companies take our information as agents, our hard-earned work, put it all onto the internet, and they say, oh, you want to see this house? Okay, put your name in this box and we'll have an agent call you. Any agent who might not even know about the area. And the listing agent gets the short end of the stick. So this is why I'm telling you that it's very important to have a searching app that goes directly toward you so that all of your hard work comes right back to you. So believe it or not, do they offer you business cards, stationery? Those things sound like they're ancient, right? Business card, I don't carry no business card. Why do I need stationery? Yes, you do. You will always need to carry some business card with you because not everybody is a millennial. Not everybody uses the computer. You have some older people who don't use it at all. And there's even these really cool things now called popples. And if you can see me over on the side, you'll see I have this little round button right here on the back of my phone. And I have all of my information housed on this little thing called a popple. So when I meet people and they say, can I have your card? I can give them my card, and I also can say, give me your phone. And when they give me my phone, I go, click up, bloop, my information is in their phone immediately. So you have to think outside the box, right? So yes, always have your business cards on you. Always have professional stationery when you're mailing out letters. Yeah, you're still mailing out letters, and you want to look as professional as possible, right? Even my little popple has one of my logos on it, right? That's me. That's my little animated me. And I use that as branding. So these are the things when you are interviewing your companies, you want to ask them about. You also want to ask them about splits, how much you're going to make with the company. Are they going to offer you a mentor? Do they have weekly trainings? These are things that you have to have in your belt. Because once you get your real estate license, that's not the end of your education. It is only the beginning. So why plan your path? What does that mean, Laura? Well, you get in, you got your license, now you picked your company. Now what? What do we do? What are we doing now? Okay, am I going to sit here and just twiddle my thumb? Am I going to just sit here and wait for somebody to call me because I gave them my card, or I put all my cards at the coffee shop? Is that your plan? Is that how you're going to get business? No. You need to have several different paths of planning your business. Yes, that can be one. You can put your cards in a coffee shop. I'm going to guarantee you not very many people will pick them up and take them and call you. But you have to have something where people are pointed to you. So you create a Facebook business page. You create an Instagram business page. You create a YouTube business page. And you start loading wonderful information on there and pushing it out to people. And this is how you're going to start with your friends and family. You're going to start putting those videos that I told you about, going to that HUD property and creating that video and putting it on YouTube and putting it on Facebook, and being able to send it out to people when they say, do you have any listings, or do you have something that I can see? Keep that on your phone that you can share it with. Give them information about that home, and then also give them information about the area. How much is it going to cost you to live in this area? So now you're starting to have a plan, but you don't have to walk this plan path by yourself. The very first thing that you're going to want to do is partner with people. And we are definitely going to talk about that as well. Now that you have your license, everybody's going to come to you with their hands out. Hey, Mr. New Realtor, I think you need this new app. It's only $1,000 a year. Hey, Mr. Realtor, you're new in the business, so let me sell you these leads. It's only going to cost you $1,500 a month, and we got good leads. So don't worry about it. You're going to get your money back. Don't do it. Now I'm talking from experience. I did think when I first got into real estate, I needed to do all of that. And I have wasted a lot of money that didn't need to be wasted. So this is why I'm truthful when I teach these classes, to let you know that you do not have to take everything that everybody tries to sell you. You do not have to buy everything people suggest. You can put that in your plan for later and start seeing what you like and what you don't like, or what you're going to use and what's really worth the money. But right now, you don't have to pay a dime, because you have free tools that are offered to you right now. Social media is a great free or low-cost way to grow and get started. Go ahead, start that business page. Start the branding. What do you want to be known as? Do you want to be the condo queen? You can do that. Do you only want to work in San Fernando Valley? Well, you can say, I specialize in the San Fernando Valley. Let's go to a restaurant today in San Fernando and see what this new restaurant's all about. You're putting it on your page. You're putting more than real estate out there, because when people start seeing that you are out there doing your thing, showing them what's new in the area, showing you houses and restaurants and what's going on and what's new, and they're going to start saying, hey, this person knows what they're talking about. And I'm thinking about buying a house out there in San Fernando. Let me give them a call. This takes time, but it's worth your time. And you don't have to spend hours and hours and hours on this. You can dedicate at least an hour of your time each day to build your brand on social media, and it doesn't cost you a dime unless you want to advertise. And even then, guys, you can only, if you wanted to do $3 to $5 a day, you can, to get started, to get people's eyes on you. Start with a budget that will grow with your business. So when you first get started, and maybe don't have that 9 to 5, but you have a little money to get you on the path, okay, maybe you do an ad for $5 of something that is extremely interesting for people. Hey, I want to see that house. Everybody's interested in looking at houses. Let's face it, or else there wouldn't be a whole channel dedicated to realtor shows where people are looking at houses and choosing houses and flipping houses and selling houses and being $1 million real estate agents. And if the need wasn't there, you wouldn't have to worry about anything else. The need is there. So you can just step right on into that little waterfall and fall right into it. So if you are just starting out, be your own assistant. You don't have to hire an assistant. In the beginning, if you have a secretarial background like I did, I didn't need to hire anyone to create a flyer. I didn't need to create anything that I already knew how to do. And so I took that expertise and I created my own flyers. I created my own videos. I developed my own website, because at the time they didn't have any of this fancy stuff that you have now. People are spoiled now because they have everything at their fingertips. But at the time, that wasn't at their fingertips. So I built my own website and partnered with another agent. If another agent knows how to do a flyer and you don't, but you know how to show them how to set up a camera to help them start record, barter. Do not see these agents as your enemy. They're not your enemy. There's enough business out here for everyone, and everyone has a different niche. And as I stated, not every client is for you, and you are not for every client, because there are different personality types out here. Maybe it's really hard for you to work with an engineer because they're so A, B, C, D. Or maybe you don't like people who are a little willy-nilly. Oh, I don't know if I want to live in Burbank or if I want to live in San Pedro. Okay. Every person is different. I know agents that only work in certain areas. And I don't mean just Beverly Hills. I have many friends that work in Compton, Watts, East LA, and that's where they want to focus on, and they don't come out of there. So partner with other agents and really help get your marketing together. You're not enemies. You're helping one another. It's very hard to double in a deal. 9 times out of 10, you are sharing that commission with another agent. So why not make friends of them instead of foes? I can't tell you how many times I've actually closed deals with agents because I worked with them or showed them how to do something. And when they have a new listing, hey, Laura, I thought you said you had somebody who was looking in Sunland, and I have a new listing coming in Sunland. I'm giving you a heads up on that. You think they might like this house? You've made a friend. You've made an ally. So use other agents to help you grow. If there's something that you're weak in, see what they are weak in and help one another with your strengths. Now, as I said, you do not have to pay a lot of money to get started. So let's talk about free resources that you can use to get started in your business. Over here, you will see that you can start with newsletters. If you like it simple, and it doesn't even have to be big. It could be this month's newsletter is how to get started on your credit, because that's a big deal. How to get started on your credit? Well, you can find out all the things that people need to learn about credit. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I got a little thirsty there and got dry. You can create a little newsletter giving them short tips. You now have your database and you can send that out every month. You can also feature a home of the month and send that out every month. And you can do that for free with MailChimp. MailChimp has paid platforms as well, but you can use the free one for a very long time before you upgrade. You have Facebook, you have Instagram, TikTok, which I'm just now starting to really get into. Snapchat, it is not dead. People think Snapchat is dead. No, it's not. They just brand a little bit differently. You have the live streaming platforms such as Twitch. Instagram has live platforms, Twitter Live, which used to be called Periscope. I got really big on Periscope. That was how I got started in live streaming. YouTube, Twitter. Now you even have Clubhouse. If you don't want to show your face and you're like, Miss Laura, I can't do it. I cannot put my face out there like that. You can just use Clubhouse and have audio rooms and create rooms and invite people in and go in and learn and network with people. So I highly advise that if you don't want to be in front of the camera. Here are some other ones that a lot of people don't know about, and I'm happy to share them with you. Is Breakthrough Broker. That's a website. They have a lot of free resources that you can use and put on your business page. So I'm gonna step back and say something right here. Notice how I keep saying business page. Do not overload your personal Facebook pages and Instagram pages with a lot of real estate, because that is not what it's for. You have to have a business page. Use the 90-10 rule. If you're going to put something personal on your, put a business post on your personal page, do 1 out of 20. And then post your regular stuff, because Facebook really cracks down, and Facebook owns Instagram, on people who are using their personal pages as business. Why? Because they want your advertising dollars. So you need to go ahead and create a business page today. You don't even have to activate it right now, but if you want to save your name and get that started, you can do that. And you can actually pre-schedule things to be uploaded after you get your license, because face it, you cannot post anything about being a realtor if you're not a realtor. Let me say that again. Unless you're licensed and have the authority, you cannot post like you are a realtor. You're not licensed. But you can be gathering documentation and things to share with people for when you do get that. Okay, and don't just bombard people. I'll post at least 1 or 2 things a day. Let them decide on what they want to see, but keep your business page popping with a lot of information. So lighter side of real estate is always fun. They have some fun stuff there that make you laugh. They've got fun posts and blog posts that you can use and share and brand it to you and your name. In Stock Social is also fun. They have a free account and then they have a paid account. Grammar Pros, a lot of people don't know about that one, but she puts out something every week. Grammar Pros, every week, that's free, that you can use. And you don't have to use the paid stuff. But let's get down to the nitty gritty. You're a realtor. You belong to the National Association of Realtors. And you also belong to the California Association of Realtors. And both of those, with your membership, gives you a ton of things that you can post and brand to your name. So that is very important for you to remember. All these are free. They have free free platforms. Some of them have free, paid, pro, but start with the free stuff. Grow with your business. Now, here are a few low-cost resources. Now, Canva is a great way to create your own posts and create your own graphics. They have a free version as well, but if you wanted to tap into using the royalty-free images, you can do that for anywhere from $12 to $14 a month. Ripple is fun. That's an app on your phone. It helps create videos for you, and you can do that and upload those. They have a free version that has their brand name on it, you know, or you can pay for it and then you can remove their branding. Agent Crate is another great one. Same thing. It's low cost, like $15 to $25 a month, depending on which plan you use. And they have a ton of resources, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. PhotoGrid, that helps you with your Instagram posts. InShot helps you with videos and creating short videos for your stories on Instagram and Reels and TikTok. Of course, good old iMovie, you got that on your iPhone. And of course, Zoom. We're on Zoom right now. You can create your own videos. You can go live on your Zoom, just record yourself, save the video, edit it, and upload it later. Simple. The free version of Zoom, you have up to 40 minutes before you have to stop. And let me stop right here and say right now, when you are creating videos for people, do not get gung-ho, because people's attention span are about as short as a spider's leg. They like short, sweet, get it in. I'm flipping on everybody's. So keep them short and sweet. When you're doing educational videos, keep them at least 5 to 7 minutes or shorter. For clips, pushing people to watch your videos, you want to keep those no more than 30 to 60 seconds or shorter. All of you gotta be familiar with Instagram and their format of how they do stories. That's what you want to do. You want to take snippets of everything that you do and repurpose. Key thoughts: video is king. Get over yourself. Nobody cares if your hair is out of whack. Nobody cares if you got a pimple on your face. They're there to hear what you have to say. When people are ready to buy or sell a house, you better bet that all of their attention is looking at, oh, saying what on this thing? Let me see what they're saying on this phone. And they start seeking out things, right? So get over yourself. It's not about you. It is about the business and what people are interested in hearing about the business so that they can be successful in buying or selling a home. Business is not instant. Just because you talk to someone at Starbucks and gives them your card doesn't mean that they're going to buy it right now, but you can start building and showing yourself, introducing yourself, giving them that popple to show them and put you in the contacts. You know, ask them, okay, well, you're not interested now. Can I put you in my database so that I can help you later on? Later on in the plan. Let's see, I think somebody asked something in the chat. Did I miss something? Because I can't see it when I'm doing presentation. So let's see if it'll let me do that again. Okay, I'll have to look at that later, guys. I'll watch it afterwards. But once again, once you have closed a deal, after you've gotten your first one, second one, third one, fourth one, you're not done. Your job doesn't end. How do you think you're going to get the next business? By word of mouth. So you want to stay in contact with those clients. You want to send them monthly videos and newsletters and pop by every 2 or 3 months and say, hey, I was in the neighborhood. I had a Starbucks card. Would you like to go to Starbucks? anything to keep yourself, because word of mouth is powerful. Sure, you do all this video. Sure, you do all this posting. But once you have your clientele, you want to treat them like the kings and queens that they are, because they trusted you with their business. And now you want to also show them that you still care about them. So your job doesn't end just because you closed the deal. Everything that we have actually talked about this evening is what you're going to continue to do for the entirety of your career. Now, if you're doing live broadcasts, where on earth are you going to do them? You don't even have to do them live, guys. Like I said, you can record them and upload them later if you're a little nervous about it. Let me give you a little side story. I do a special program on IGTV, which they're kind of phasing out now, but the videos are still there. I partnered with my lender. I didn't have any problems with video. I love video. I love it, love it, love it. She was not experienced at it. So she watched me do it for a long time. And she said, I want to try, but I don't want to go live. She's scared of that. She didn't want to go live. She wanted to see how she looked first. She wanted to get comfortable. So what I did is I pre-recorded our topics. We chose 2 topics to record every 2 weeks. And then after a while, she got so comfortable with video, then she was able to go live. So she had to build up. So if you're not really ready to go live because you don't know what people are going to do, because there are a lot of cowards behind the screen, and you just want to create a video first, you can do that. You can do your Facebook. Remember what I said, be careful. Don't do it on your personal pages all the time. Remember the rule, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 20. You can do it on Instagram with IGTV and Reels. I would actually kind of cross off IGTV right now, unless you're doing a series, and really focus on Reels. But IGTV allows you to do series. It allows you to record longer. It's not short snippets. This is where you're going to educate your people. And I will show you a couple of mine before we end tonight so that you can see how I've done it. You can also do it on LinkedIn, which is the business platform. And not everyone in the beginning was able to go live. So you had to post pre-recorded content, but now they've loosened that up a little bit. I'm allowed to go live, but it took them a year before they would approve me. They're just being very careful about that because it's a business platform and they want to keep it for business. So what does that mean? It's a great networking place. You can hook up with lenders, attorneys, contractors, and this is how you start building your network. And this is how you become the professional for those who are looking to buy and sell or invest in homes. Snapchat, you can go live on Snapchat, or you can create your own website and have your own blog, which I do as well. I want to say something here that is extremely important. Do not put all of your eggs in one basket. Do not depend on social media to always be there for you. Have a place where you point people back to in case Facebook crashes, in case Mr. Zuckerberg decides he wants to cut off your account, in case you get hacked, because you can't depend on that. You want to have a place where people get pointed back to, like your website, where they'll always know that they can find your resources, find your videos, and also be able to contact you without a third party having control over your database. And I'll show you a little bit of mine as well. So, how do you get started with this? What do you need to get started with marketing yourself and branding yourself in the real estate tech world? The level 1 is mostly our free, okay? You're gonna want your phone. You want a good phone. Now this doesn't mean you have to go out and buy the iPhone 13, your iPhone 11, your iPhone 7, your iPhone 8 works just fine, okay? You want to find a good place to record. You can do it outside in the beautiful sunshine, but let the sun hit you straight on and not from behind, or else that's bad lighting. You want a beautiful backdrop, And you also want a lapel mic or a type of mic that's in front of your computer. I have one right now that's a Bluebird, and it is actually a recording mic. And when I'm out and about and I'm recording at a restaurant, I use a lapel mic. You can get the lavaliers off of Amazon for $20. Okay, pin it on here, plug it into your phone, sound is good. Now, this is my wall. This is literally my wall, and I decorated it the way that I want to decorate it. This is my home office. But I also have beautiful Zoom backgrounds. Say like, Laura, I'm not ready. My house, my room needs painting and I can't go live. Yes, you can. Go download a free, royalty-free photo from places like Pexels or Unsplash, upload it into Zoom, put it behind you, get you a cheap green screen that's not see-through, put it behind you, and you can have a virtual background. Everybody's using Zoom now. I was using Zoom before Zoom even knew it was going to be popular. So you can have anything behind you. I like my mermaid wall. I like my seafood wall. So, and I do a lot of TikToks and reels in here that focuses on my walls and things of that nature. Level 2 is where you're going to spend a little bit of money, but not a lot. You can upgrade your phone if it doesn't do video well, or your camera on your phone is not right. If you already have a DSLR camera, you can actually use that to go live. Green screens don't cost much of anything anymore. When I first started and green screen, we weren't even the pandemic and none of this was going on in the world. I paid $120 for a large green screen that I set up behind me. And it was large, it was huge. My husband now uses that one. And that cost me $125. Now you can get them as cheap as $50, but I'm telling you, don't get one that's see-through, guys. Get a really good quality green screen. Ring lights, I've got a big old ring light behind me, but I also have some portable ones that are small that clip onto your phone. So if you're out and about and you're in a dark place, you can put that little ring light on and light it up and look professional. You need a nice mic. The lapel mic or the Bluebird, that's about, these used to be, the Bluebirds used to be about $225. I think they're $125 now. And a good editing software. There's many of them that are free on your phone. And the ones that I told you, Ripple, what's the other one that I love? And I'm going to pull that up because it is important for you to know. I always use that as design. Canva, InShot, PhotoGrid, splicing software, all those. There's a lot of free ones out there on your phone. That's all you need to get started. Now, look, that's not a lot of money. That is no money or a tiny bit of money. A couple of lattes a week. And Starbucks will pay for these things, okay? So don't go spending a lot of money that you don't need to do that for. Now, okay, you didn't tell me I'm going to broadcast. Now, what the heck am I going to post? What am I going to do? I'm not an expert at everything. I'm an expert at real estate. Well, you're going to partner with people like lenders, title companies, escrow companies, estate planners, financial planners, contractors. Now that the world is opening back up, guys, meetup.com has a ton of free networking places that you can go and meet people. And once you establish that relationship with them, you can say, hey, you want to do a video together? Let's do a video together. Let's talk about loans on this video. Let's talk about how much it's going to cost you to upgrade that bathroom. And now you bringing in other people on your videos, you're interviewing people, you're focusing on them. And a lot of times when they're like, you want me to do it? They get all excited, and you now have started a partnership and a good friendship to help keep your pages and your posts fresh and up to date. I have done broadcasts with everyone on this list, and it does well for me every time. I get a lot of people who are very interested because, hey, maybe they're not buying or selling, but maybe they're interested in upgrading that bathroom. How much money would it cost me to do that? Their eyes are on you again, right? So that's the whole point. You want to get the eyes on you. Now, We're here at the end, but I'm going to show you a couple of other things before I turn it open to questions. Where are you going to find me? You can find me everywhere. I have branded myself as Realty Goddess. So if you type in my name in Google, Laura Key, or type in Realty Goddess, you're going to get me. I've been doing this thing for a long time. So I'm able to put my name out there and now become a top search for Realty Goddess. And so that really helps me a lot. So find out what you want to brand yourself as. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, which I'm building, Google. You can Google me at Realty Goddess. And you also can look at my website and you'll see that there's a lot of information there as well. So that is the end of this part of the presentation. So I am going to.
Hi, Laura. Before you end it, and before any
Yes.
questions come in, I'm the one that actually wrote in the chat. Can you show the students of actually how to create a Facebook page from your Facebook? Because I think that would be helpful if you're okay with that.
I am, and it may be a little hard on short notice, but I will go to mine and show you how to do that, or at least show you how to lay it out. And
Just how
that
to
should
get
at least get
from
you started.
Facebook where it says create a page.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's see here.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
And I may stumble through it, guys, because it's been a long time. When I say I have been doing this a long time, I've not had to create a new page in a very long time. So let's see, let me unshare for a minute so that I can get you on the page that I want.
And just for the record, Facebook has changed so many times, the reiteration. So just fair warning, creating a page might be very different from the way you first created the page, Miss Laura.
I'm telling you, they change every day and they change the rules every day. And as I'm pulling this up, guys, I want you to know that you are also limited as a realtor on advertising. We have to fall within the fair housing guidelines. We have to fall under certain ethics. And for a long time, Facebook and Instagram didn't care about that. They didn't care about that. You could advertise to whoever you wanted to. You can narrow it down. You can do all these things with it. But unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't mean it that way. Fortunately, our association stepped in and said, "Whoa, Betty, you're violating our principles here, and you now have to change how things are being done." So I just wanted you to know that, so that, you know, when okay, I just want to advertise in this certain neighborhood. No, you can't do it anymore. They make you, if you're going to put an ad out there, it has to be a certain way or it can't be done at all. It's not like you're making soap or making jewelry that you can target, but not real estate. So this is my Instagram page, and I will show you my Facebook page, and we'll try to build one. I hope I don't stumble through it so bad. But here is my Instagram page. I have been posting more reels. This is my feed. You can make your feed as pretty as you want to. Some people make it branded and they have all certain colors. I've been kind of playing around with reels a little bit. So these are all of my reels that I have started doing. And I'm going to play one for you just so that you can kind of see how you can have fun with it. It doesn't have to be boring. It can be fun. So let's play this one so that you can see how I goofed up on this one. This one is, I don't know if it'll do sound or not. Let's see. There we go.
At the end of the day, is if it's serious, we could. No, but it's not funny. At the end of the day, is if it's serious, we could.
You see how I did that? I incorporated a fact about something in real estate, FSBOs, for sale by owners. You know, a lot of times they're not successful in selling their homes. I gave them why they're not successful, but I made it fun. So this educates the public, but it also makes it fun for them to see why. I used another app for this one. Created that little short. So you could do all sorts of things to bring attention to you. And then I don't just have reels, guys. I have educational posts. Look at this. This here shows you, okay, still renting? Why you don't want to do that no more? Here's a little blog. Guess what? I didn't write that. I didn't write that. I used some of the things that I shared with you earlier that already wrote it for me and I paid for it. I'm still educating the people. That's my graphic, but I'm allowed to post this because I paid for it. And it's also free resources that allow you to repost. So you see what I'm saying? You don't have to come up with all of this stuff on your own, right? So let me go to Computer's a little slow, got a lot going on. Okay, so guys, this is my business page. I started this page just as soon as Facebook allowed us to have business pages. I was one of the first to create a business page. So notice how I put all of that stuff, on Instagram. I can repurpose that, take that link and put it over here on this page as well. I can create reels for my business page. This is also on my Instagram. This video here, I'm educating the public. I'm talking to people. This was a lot alive, mortgage rates are going to change. You see how I'm educating people. This is what you want to do with your page. This is the Chatterbox is the series that I told you that I do with my lender. And we do that every couple of weeks, and I edit it and I upload it. And this is educating people about types of loans. There's a specialty loan for medical professionals. So I talked to my lender about that and we put it up to educate people. So you see, you need a business page. Now on my personal page, I do some real estate, but not a lot because I just don't want to get in trouble for it. Don't risk losing all of your pages, all of your personal pages by only doing business. It's not smart. Let's see here. Let's see if we can try to create a new page because you know what? It's been a long time since I did it. And I don't know where to go. Let's see here. You notice I got other pages over here as well that I've built. That's my personal page. And as you can tell, I'm a Prince freak. Okay, so you're going to go underneath the menu. And I do believe you go to page or create a page. You know what, Professor Kim, I may not be able to do this as easy as I thought. Sorry. There is a page. There we go. Now you can create a page. So I went underneath the dots over here. Then I hit create a page. 1, 2, 3, as you name your page, and be very mindful about what you name your page. If you just want it to be Laura Key, real estate agent, you can do that. And why did I say that? Guys, you need to be very careful about how you use Realtor. If you see my name in the box and it says Laura Key Realtor with the little registration on the side, Realtor is trademarked by the National Association of Realtors. So you just cannot go willy-nilly and create emails that say Laura Key Realtor, or you need to be very careful about that. They will shut you down if they find that out and you can lose your business. So don't create a page that says anything like Laura Key Realtor. Pick something like real estate agent or Florida real estate professional or something like that. So don't make that mistake of putting Realtor in there because that is trademarked. Now we're creating a page. We've named our page. Now we're going to ask what kind of category you want to do. And I'm going to say real estate or real estate agent or real estate company or real estate service. You can choose. So I'm going to say real estate agent. And then I'm going to put in a description about myself. Keep it short and sweet because you only have like 255 characters. And I'm just making up anything as we go along. Okay. Now you're going to create that page. Now, before you do that, you're going to download a photo and put a picture of yourself here. Okay, you want to put that, make sure that your picture, your profile picture on your business page is always on this circle. You can put your company page up here if you want to. You can put, I'll show you mine because I don't want it to make me make a new page yet. You see how I named my page Realty Goddess? That's my domain for Facebook. So as you can see, I have a free book for people. So I use my free book to be my tile up here, and people can actually click on this and see where to go to download this book. And that's a lead for me. But you notice I have my photo up. Now, when you get your license, you also need to put in your description your license number and the company that you work for. You want to stay within compliance. Do not fall out of compliance. So about, you need to say who you are, who you work for, put your license number in there, okay? And so now we're going to create a page. And you see it spinning. Now you can add images and go to it. So this is my page, and you want to start off with your profile photo. It walks you through everything. So you start out with your profile photo. Guys, make it professional. You know, I have a fun one, but you still know that I am a realtor. I even have one with purple lips, you know, like I have purple lipstick on and people know that I'm a realtor, and, you know, I just made a funny face with it that was still professional, but not crazy. And people could find me that way. And you upload these photos here. Make sure you're using stuff that is royalty free. I'm gonna give you an extra tip. You can go here and download free photos. You don't have to pay for them. And you also can use these guys for your backgrounds on your Zoom. So now we're going to go back to our little page here. We're going to add a cover photo. We're going to upload that. You add your profile photo. Get you started. Now you see how I'm building? I've got my profile photo. I've got my top photo that brings attention. Now we're going to create posts. You can even say things like, oh, you got to hit save first. Now, you've created that. It's going to ask you to create a username. As me, I used Realty Goddess. Here's where you can put in your phone number. I don't fool with WhatsApp. I've had too much problems with WhatsApp, so I don't do a WhatsApp phone number on mine. I literally have a business phone number. So I'm not going to do that here. But you can see it's going to walk you through everything. It's going to show this. You can create a post. Hey, everyone, I am a newly licensed realtor. You can put that there. You can put photos underneath there. We'll upload the same photo that we did on the other one so that you can see that. You can post that. It's still uploading, so it's a little slow because I'm on Zoom. But you get the gist. I hope that you understand how that works.
Thank you.
And then,
Sorry.
say it again.
I was just gonna say thank you for going over this. Class, this is a simple way of creating your own web page if you don't have money to actually invest in a website using social media from your own personal Facebook page. So if you have a
That's
Facebook
right.
account, you could create a business page from your personal account rather than setting up a new Facebook account and using that as your business account. Don't do that, right?
Yeah, don't do that. So now you notice how I hit create username, because first, if you look up here, you'll see that Facebook just put testing 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 all these numbers. You don't want that. Nobody's ever going to find you. So you want to create a username. I'm just being silly. I'm just putting anything in here. But, you can put your own thing in there and it will tell you if it's too long. It'll tell you if it's available, and it can help you choose your name. So you want to do that. You want to set that up immediately. And then you want to post something every day. Every day. Now, here's the cool thing, guys. Watch this. I'm going to post something. I'm going to say, create a post. My first listing. Now, I want to put a picture there. I can put a picture there, but now I can tell it to schedule it. Now, where is it at? Schedule your post. So you can hit this to schedule your post and tell it to post tomorrow. So all you have to do, guys, is sit down with at least 7 posts. Tell it that okay, I'm gonna post this one on Monday. I'm gonna post this one on Tuesday. You've done that all in one time. You don't have to do that every single day. You can schedule up to 30 posts if you want to and get started, okay? So this is how you get started on your first business page with Facebook. And this is how you can get started without paying any extra money for websites. Also, once you join the National Association of Realtors, they will give you a domain name for free. So and they'll name it, like mine is laurakey.realtor. They own Realtor. So that's the only time you can name something Realtor, and they're giving it to you free the first year. So, sign up for that once you belong to NAR. So this is what you're going to do, guys. You're going to get out here. You're going to use this technology that's free. And when people post stuff, answer them. I replied back to everyone. This gets you more engagement. And always remember, this is an inside secret. You want an inside secret. Never just go in and say, beautiful, great, that's nice. It doesn't count unless you make it at least 5 words. So always be kind to others and then engage with people so that they're saying more than 5 words. You can say something like, Laura, I would never be able to do that, and laugh. And I was trying to do a trend. So you see how I failed at the trend, but I made it fun. People still know what I'm doing. So, you can make it as fun or as make it you. It's your personality. Like, I can't do this. I can't do Beyonce. I can't. My knees won't help me. But people got a kick out of this. And I had, just on the first day, I had like 58 comments, and people even reached out to me and was laughing about it. So don't be afraid to go out on that limb, guys. Really don't, because your business is worth it, and so are you. You also want to make sure that your profiles represent you. Look at my profile here. It says my licenses, both, because I'm both California and Florida. I have a tagline. I created what kind of account I want. I created a link tree, which is free. A link tree goes back and it tells people where they can contact you. You can have them just go here if you want to. You can put, your Twitter page on there if they want to see it. You have so many resources, guys. When I say technology, I mean technology, and it is changing every single day. Now, for me, anti-racism is extremely important. So on my link tree, I actually have a link that directly allows people to go in and donate to anti-racism awareness. And I feel good about that. Find something that you can latch onto that you believe in and incorporate it in your business. I am also a sexual abuse survivor, so I also donate a lot to Children of the Night in Los Angeles because they help get kids off the street that are being sex trafficked. And I'm not afraid to talk about that. Those are two things that are big in my life, and I share that with the public. I also donate $100 every closing that I have to certain organizations, and I allow my clients to choose which ones they want to donate to, and I do it in their name. I pay it, but I put it in their name. So find something to connect with people with. Those are two things that are big for me. They're very important. I have a client, my lender, she is a huge animal advocate. So she does a lot of things. She's a vegan. She does everything about that. We laugh about it. She lets me eat meat and doesn't bother me. She don't like it, but we joke about it. But I support her in her endeavors and she supports me. So you see where I'm going with this? You can take this technology any direction that you want. But be mindful, be careful. Because once you put something out there in this universe and you think you took it down, I can guarantee you someone saw it. And just as good as word of mouth is, it can be just as bad. So be careful about what you put out there. Be very mindful because now you are a public servant. You are your own business, but you're also a public servant. So you want to be the best public servant that you can possibly be. So now that I've given you a lot of tools to work with, we are done with that part. Oh my goodness, I have talked. Oh, I hope
Right.
y'all still, y'all not asleep, are you?